Alright, so let's begin the paper of 2016, Algebra 1, and we will try to cover the MCQs today. Okay, look at the first question, what it says. It says that the function f of x is defined by this way. F of x is equals to x square, x minus 2 whole square plus 4. So the minimum value occur when x is, how can we guess that it will have the minimum value? Because here a is greater than 0, right? Or it is
Yeah.
positive. When a is positive, we will have the minimum value. When a is negative, we will have the maximum value.
But like,
Yeah,
oh,
and it will occur on the vertex point, and the vertex point is it is x at x is
negative
equals to, no, the general
negative
formula of this is f of x is equals to a
42.
uh, x minus h plus k. Okay, then h and k, they are the shifts in the curve of the x square function. So this is h, so by formula it is negative h, but when we write the vertex it would be h, so the x value for the vertex is 2. Is it clear? The minimum point will occur at x is equals to 2. Got it?
I got it.
Look at question number 2. What it says: the graph below was created by an employee at a gas station. So this is the graph. Okay, which statement can be justified by using the graph? Okay, so if 10 gallons of gas was produced, $35 was paid. So 10, it is not 35, it is above 35.
Yes.
Well, for every gallon of gas purchased, $3.7 were paid. So for this, we have to calculate the slope. Okay. So how we can it's calculate its slope? So look at this. This is the point 4. Then if I take the origin point, which is 0, 0. Okay. So the slope would be 15 minus 0 over 4 minus 0, that is equals to 15 by 4, which is $3.75. Okay, so yeah, this is correct. So for every gallons of gas, $5 was paid. No, this is wrong, because if you times 3.75 with 2, what you will get 6 point sorry, 7.5, right? And then for every, if 0 gallons of gas were purchased, 0 mile were driven. So if you see here, it's not in mile. This is number of dollars, but they are trying to confuse. They are using 0, 0 for output, but it is 0 mile. Okay, but on y-axis, what we have, it is the cost of gas, which is in dollars. So this is also false. Is it clear? Look at the next question. What it says. It says that for a recently released movie, the function y is equals to 119.67, 0.6 raised to the power of x models the revenue earned y in millions of dollars each week. Okay, x for several weeks after it release. Okay, based on the equation, how much more money in million of dollars was earned in revenue for 3 weeks than for 5 weeks? Why it would be more in revenue for 3 weeks? Because if you look at the rate factor right now, it is lesser than 1. If it is lesser than 1, and when you take its power, it will decrease. Okay, it is basically exponentially decreasing function. So initially what you have to do, You will substitute x with 3, and then uh, how you can easily calculate that? Please use your calculator now for this. Okay, we have to end them quickly. So raised to the power 3 minus 119.67, 0.67 raised to the power of 5. Okay, so for 5 week and for 3 weeks, we have to take their difference, and which is approximately 17.06. Can you please confirm that by using your calculator?
Yes.
It is
Okay.
17 point. Yeah, thank you. Okay, look at the next question. You are given with the following expressions. Okay, which expression or expressions result is an irrational number? So this is a sum of two rational numbers. It is always rational. This is a product of two same irrational number, which is also rational. Okay, why? Because the result is 5. And keep it in your mind. Yesterday I also told you that if you are multiplying to self multiplication of two irrational will give us a rational, usually if they are in the cell
Yeah.
form. Yeah. Okay, look at this one. This is rational and this is irrational. Sum of rational and
Irrational.
irrational is irrational. Look,
Irrational.
root of 49. Root of 49 is 7, and 7 times
7.
3 is 21. So this will also give us a rational number. So only option 2 is the correct one.
Yes.
Okay, so only 2 is this one. Okay, next. Which inequality is represented by the graph below? So, what is if you are we are getting this type of questions? What is our first priority? First is to get the equation for the solid line, and then with the help of the test
Yes.
point, we can get the equation. So it is again, it's look at its y-intercept. It is -3,
-3.
and the slope is 1, 2, 2 up, 1 right. So the slope is
Right.
2. So the
2.
equation will become y equals to 2x minus 3.
-3.
Okay, now take the test point. Again, I
Yes.
explained that to you already. There is only one condition for the test point, that it would not lie on this line. Okay, so I'm taking 0, 0. So if I take
Yeah.
0 as my test point, so it will become 0 minus 3. So 0
Which is
minus
3.
3. Okay, I'm
Then
just, there is no need to add this equation sign here. Okay, now
then got it.
we have to make a condition for which the equation remains true, because it's been shaded towards the test point, right? So to make it true, I will get this symbol. Clear? So are you getting the point? Because we have to make it true. So if we are making it true by this way, so it will be this way. So y greater than or equals to 2x minus 3. So option 2 is correct. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the next one. Michael borrows money from his uncle, who is charging him simple interest, very important. And you are also provided with the formula for the simple interest, I is equals to PRT, to figure out what the interest rate R is. Michael charge. Michael charge is the formula to find R, is new formula for R. So basically, what you have to do, you have to make uh, subject, you have to make I as your subject. Okay, you have to make
I have myself.
sorry, R as your subject. Okay, because we have to write the equation for R.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we are writing for it. So it is I is equals to, currently I is our subject. Okay, so take P to the other side, it will goes down.
1 over p is.
I know it is I over P.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So R will become equals to I over PT. So which is this one. Okay. So we made R as our subject. In the next question, you are given that which equation is equivalent to this one. Okay, which equation is equivalent to this one? So how can we get that? Simply, very interesting question and a little new question. Look, first I will add 34 on both sides of the equation. So I will get y equals to x parentheses x minus 12 plus 34. Okay. Then by multiplying x or by distributing x over the parentheses, I will get x squared minus 12x plus 34. Now I will use the completing square method, so it will become x squared minus 12x. Now dividing 12 with 2, I will get 6, so I have to add 6 square and I have to subtract 6 square plus 34. Okay, so I will get this expression up till this, it will give me x minus 6 whole square and negative 36 plus 34. So the answer will become x minus 6 whole square minus 2. Okay, so option number 4 is the correct one because 36 minus plus 4 is 30 minus 2. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Uh, moving to the next question.
Question A.
Again, you are given with exponential equation. An equation A is given by this is being used to calculate the amount of money in a saving account. So if it is in a saving account, that means it is working as a uh, we are getting exponential function. So interest we will get it would be compound interest. What does 1.02 represent in this equation? It is basically rate, but
Yeah.
what it shows basically it is 1 plus 0.02. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the rate, so which is 0.02 increase. Okay, that means 2% increase because when you times 0.02 with 100 you will get 2%. Okay,
Okay.
so after every time it would be the increase of 2%. Okay, then again very easy question. You have to find the zeros for this function. I am solving it manually. You can use calculator for that too. So, what I am doing, I will take x square 2 common, so it will become x square minus 2x minus 3. Okay, and I am putting it equals to 0 because I have to calculate the roots. So it will become x square minus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. Then I have to break this negative 2 in terms of a suitable number so that I can get a product of negative 3, and on addition I will get negative 2. So I'm writing it as negative 3x plus x minus 3 is equals to 0. So taking x outside, it will give me x into x minus 3 plus 1 into x minus 3, that is equals to 0. So I will get x minus 3 and x plus 1 equals to 0. It means x is equals to 3 and x is equals to negative 1. So x equals 3 and x is equals to negative 1 is the answer. Okay, look at this one. When the function is subtracted from this one, okay, this is this would be subtracted from this one. So I will write first 5x square minus 2x minus 3 whole square. Okay, now let's open this square formula. So it will become 4x square minus 2 times of AB. So 2 times of 2 will become 4. 4 times 3 will become 12x plus 9. Then um, it will become 5x square minus 4x square. Due to this negative will become positive. So it is 12x minus 9 So I will get x square plus 12x minus 9, which is here. X square plus 12x minus 9. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, look at question number 11. What it says now. It says that Joe has a rectangular statue that measured 10 feet by 12 feet. Okay, he wants to increase area by 50%. Keep it in your mind. What is the target? Our target is to increase the area by
50%.
50%. Okay,
Okay.
and plan to increase each dimension by equal lengths x. So the target is to increase the area, but we have to increase the length by the same measure. We have to increase the length by x measure. Okay.
Okay.
So next, what it says, which equation could be
Use
used to determine x? So now we have to find x. So first of all, it's very interesting and very common question. What is the area of the patio that is 10 times of 12, which is 120 square feet, right? Then
yeah.
you have to increase it by uh, 50%. That means the next area of the it will become 120 plus 15% of 120. What is 50% of 120? It is 60. So 120 plus 60 is 180. Is this step clear? That how I get this is that would be the new area by using the condition that it will be 50% more than the previous one. Okay. Then each of them will be increased by x. So the new length will become x. The new measures would be x plus 10 and 12 plus x, that is equals to 180. Is it clear? So the equation is x plus 10 plus x and 12 plus x is equals to 100. Look at the next one. When factored completely, what will be the result? Okay. So first of all, x is present in the whole expression, so we can take it outside. We will get x square minus 13x minus 30. Okay. And then further, now we have to write the suitable factors for 30, for negative 30, so that by product we can get negative 30, and by adding or subtracting we can get negative 13. So they would be x square minus 15x plus 2x minus 30. Further, if I take x common, I will get x minus 15. By taking 2 common, I will get x minus 15 again. Now x into x minus 15 is again common, and x plus 2. So we are getting these factors x, x plus 2 and x minus 15. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's move to the next one. The table below shows the cost of mailing a postcard in different years. During which time interval did the cost increase at the greatest average rate? So we have to find the time or the span in which it increased by the greatest average rate. How can you solve that? We can solve that by calculating the average rate of each of them. Okay. So from this to this, what is its average rate? It would be 6 minus 1, which is 5. Okay. Divided by, now it is 1971 minus, can you please change your cursor? I think it is 1898. So what is the difference between them? What's the difference between these two?
Negative 73.
No, no, positive 73.
Oh.
This minus this, okay?
Oh.
So Okay, from this to this, what's the difference between them? 14 minus 6 is 8. Okay, what's the
14.
difference? 14 minus 6 is 88. Okay, 185 and 71 is 14.
Yes.
Okay, then from this to this, 24 minus 14 is 10 over, what's the difference
2,
between them? 2006, 15 and 621?
6. Yeah.
21, right? And 2012 to 6, the difference is 6. Oh no. In the denominator we will get 6, and in the numerator we have 35 minus 24, which is 9, right?
9. Yeah.
Is it 9?
Wait.
It's 11.
Well, what? Wait, 33.
35 minus 24.
Oh, it's 11. Yeah, I was typing it wrong.
It's 11, right?
Yep.
Okay. So for which interval the rate is maximum? It's very easy to choose 2006 to 2012. Why? Because in all of them, the numerator, the greatest average rate here. So the greatest average rate is in this period because in all of them the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Okay. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So from 2012 to 2006, when we
Yep.
calculated the difference of y, wait a second, I think
That's 6.
uh, 11 y over 6. Yeah. So this is correct. Okay. Okay. Look at the next one. When solving the equation
One
this
sec.
by completing square method, which equation is step in the process? So which equation is that would be? It's been very easy now. You have to you would be able to do this type of question. So first adding 7 on both sides will give us this expression. Okay. Now
Okay.
from this one, now I'll give you a very easy way. First write x, then the
Square.
parent sign here, then it's half, take it
Oh.
square.
Oh.
Okay, then 7, this one inherent. Okay, then you when you half it will be 4, so add 4 square, which is 16, and 7 plus 16 is 23. So x minus
Oh.
4 is equals to 23. You can easily do
Okay.
this. Now you have to use the short methods or MCQs only. Look
That's
at the
very
next
easy.
one. A construction company uses the function f of p, where p is the number of people working on a project, to model the amount of money it spends to complete a project. A reasonable domain for the function would be. Now, what is p? P is the number of people. So the number of people, they can be even they cannot be in negative numbers, right?
Yeah.
They cannot be real number. Real number are includes rational and irrationals. Okay, they include both rational and irrationals. So rational and irrational numbers are they cannot be the male because uh, but it would be very easy the positive integers only.
Four
Okay,
positive.
because in positive integers what we start with 1, 2, 3, so on, or you can equivalently say that set of natural numbers. Look at the next one. Which function is shown in the table below? So you are given with the functions, okay, and you have to guess what function is it. Hmm. So if you see there is no there is they are not the product of 3, obviously, right? Because negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, and we are getting 1 over 9. So this is not this would not be our solution. It is not even linear, so this is also not the solution. Okay. Now there are two
Non-linear.
it is non-linear. There are two possibilities. Is it a cubic function? Just see, negative 2 cube would be 8, negative 8, so it is not this one. So this is a function for 3 raised to the power of x. Clear? It is a easier way. The tough way is that first you calculate the rate. Okay. By calculating the rate, you can get that your rate is same. So if
Okay.
the rate is same, then the function would be an exponential function. Now look at the next one. We are given with the function h of x is defined by 1 over 2x plus 3, and f of x is defined by, I think it's g of x, it is
X.
defined by absolute of x. Uh, which value of x makes both of them equal? Which value of x that can make both of them equal? Okay. So now there are different ways. You can use your graphing calculator. The both curves will meet at a point. If I just give you a rough sketch, this is a function for absolute of x, and when you graph this function, it will be this way, 1 over 2. So 1 up,
One
2
over
right.
two.
So you will get a curve like this. Okay, not more slopy. So they will meet at a point. It is very clear. But and they will meet at 2 points. I think so. Okay, one would be a negative number and one would be the positive number. You can
Yeah.
you can search it. You can check it on your graphing calculator. Are they meeting at 2 points?
Yep.
Yeah, they will meet at two different points. So,
Two
but we
different.
have to look at the points that we are given. Okay, so at negative 2, we will get this function will give us 2, and this will become positive 2. Negative 2,
Positive two.
so negative 1 plus 2. So they both coincide at negative 2 even. Okay, they both coincide at negative 2. Look how, because 1 over 2 negative 2 plus 3, which is negative 1 plus 3, which is 2, and absolute of negative 2 is 2. So they both have the same values. Okay, at 3 it will leads us to 3 plus something, so not possible. At 2, so 1, no. At negative 6, so it will give us negative 3, 0 and 0. No, this is not possible. So at this point they will intersect. There would be a point on the right side too. Okay, but it wasn't in our option, so how can we find that? Okay, look at the next one. Which recursively defined function represent the sequence 3, 7, 15, and 31, right? So look here, if we consider f of x to be 3, the first value f of 1 is 3, and
Three.
f of n plus 1 is defined by 2 times of n plus 1 plus 3. So look quickly, we are calculating 2. So f of 1, when we substitute, so 3 times 2 will become 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. So it is not 7. 6 minus 1 is not 7. Can you please change your cursor? Okay, 6 plus 1, this one. Just check it further. F of 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 3. Okay, this is in power, sorry.
Six.
So 2 raised to the power 3, it is cube. Okay. Okay. Just check these two. They both can be the functions. First one is not very clear. Look at this one. We will test it at f2. We will get f of 2 will become 2 raised to the power of 3, which is 8. 8 minus 1, which is 7. F of 3, it would be 2 raised to the power of 2, 2 raised to the power of 7. Okay, 2 raised to the power of 7 is, so it is not, obviously it is not, it is 35, 32, 64, 128. So it is not. So only option 3 is correct. Okay, 3 FN. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, um, 7 times 3 is 21, 21 minus 2. So option 3 is correct. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, look at the next one. You are given with this function, range of the function defined by this. F of x is defined by 5 raised to the power of x. So how can we get its range? Range is basically its outputs. Okay, range is the output values. So whenever we will substitute x greater than the needs to, even though this question is, I will say, it's not a complete question. They have to first define the domain. So if they are talking about the whole set of real numbers, when we are taking its negative exponent, yeah, even though this is also possible. Okay, this is correct. This is correct. They are talking about the domain is set of
Really?
real numbers. Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, the domain, they are talking about the domain of real numbers. So now take whenever I will substitute a number greater than 0. Okay, what I will get? I will get the function to be increasing. It would be increasing. Okay, and when I will substitute the x values from 0 closer to 0 and lesser than 1, uh, I think it would be better if I just make it the difference at 1. At 1 we will get 5, and when we will move from lesser than 1 it will reach to 0. Okay, so like this curve we will get. Okay, so we will get a this type of curve, and at 1 we will get a 5. So it is approaching to 0. It will have no negative value. So it's, and it is not, it is approaching to 0. It will never be 0. So y greater than 0 is its range values. Its domain have the negative and positive values there. Okay. So in the next question, what they
Only
said,
so.
hmm? Only the positive
Oh,
values. No? Okay. In question number 20, what they said,
the graph of
okay.
x of x is shown below.
Yeah, we are given with the graph of f of x. What is our target? The target is, what is the graph of f of x plus 1 minus 2? What does it mean now? It means f of x plus 1. You have to move function 1 unit left, okay, and 2 units down. 1 unit left, 2 unit down. Is it clear?
One unit
When,
left here. No?
yeah, it is x minus h in journal, okay, plus k. So if it is positive, negative, you have x minus h, that means you have to move h units right. If it is f of x minus positive f of x plus h, so you have to move
Then we have to
h
left.
units left. Yeah, and then if it is positive k, you will move the function upward. If it is negative k, you will move the function downward. So right now the h is 1. Uh, okay, it is basically negative 1. That indicates we have to move it downward. And k is negative 2. That means we have to make it 2 units downward. So which expression is such expression? Let's see. We will shift one point. This is a point. We have to move it one left, two down. Okay. This is a point we have to move it one left, two down. This is a point we have to move it one left, two down, one left, two down. So we are getting this type of curve. So which function has this type of curve?
I think number three
Option 1.
or one
Yeah,
or
it has the same curve. It is not passing through 0, it is moving upward. So they are wrong.
oh yeah.
Okay, look at the next one. Which pair of equations could not be used for solving the equations for x and y?
Absolutely.
We have to highlight that could not be used. Okay, so look at this one. It is the given equations are 4x plus 2y is equals to 22 and negative 2x plus 2y is equals to negative 8. So what they did in this one, this can be used because they just subtracted. Why? Because the coefficients of y are same. If you subtract both of them or if you just multiply the second equation with negative 1, you will get you can cancel out, you can eliminate y. So this can be used. In this one, what they did, they multiplied the first equation with 3. So 3 times 4 will become 12. 3 times 2 is 6. 22 times 3
Six.
is 66. And they multiplied the second equation with negative 3. They got, so this can also be used. Look at this one. They kept the first equation same. What they did for the second one, they times it with 4.
Two.
So sorry, 2, yeah. So 2 times of negative 2 is negative 4, positive 4, and
Then
negative 16.
one
Yeah, we
five.
can eliminate x from this. Look at this one, what they are trying now. They multiplied the first equation with 2, right? So they got this equation 4 times 2 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4, and 22 times 2 is 44. They multiplied the second equation with 4, but they only multiplied the left side of the equation. Are you getting? They only multiplied the left side of the equation, not the second side. So this is wrong.
Only left.
They only multiply. They multiply. No, so this cannot be used, right?
Oh,
So this is our right answer. Okay, we have to find which could not be used. All right. Look at this one. It says that which graph represent a function shown below. So first of all, we have to look at its. It is very clear, Zara. It could not be a function, absolute value function, because absolute value functions have the characteristics of v-shaped curve. Okay,
definitely.
so it is basically a quadratic function.
Ex-
So it can be no exponentials. Why you are confusing? They are this type of curves,
oh,
linear or straight lines. Yeah, please
oh,
don't
yeah,
confuse yourself.
yeah.
So it could be quadratic function. Okay, and then it has the minimum value here at this point, right? So from that minimum value, we will try to guess it. So 1, 2, 3. The minimum value is at x is equals to 3, right? Minimum value is at is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I'm not wrong, it is negative 7. Now, how to calculate the minimum value from a quadratic equation? The formula is, sorry, the line of symmetry x is equals to minus b over 2a. Okay, and x f of x means we will say that from minus b over 2a you got x, the line of symmetry value, and f of minus b over 2a, that will give you the vertex point. So by the way, when we will take the value of b from here, it is negative 6. So negative 6, the value of a in option 1 is 2, and there is a negative in the formula. So sorry, 1. So it will become 6 over 2, and that is 3. So the first equation has that characteristic that its minimum point or its vertex point is at x is equal to 3, which is clear from the graph. So option 1 is the correct one. Look at the next one, question number 23, the second last. Okay, he is considering three situations below. For the first 28 days, a sunflower grows at a rate of 3
Wait a
centimeter
second.
per day. Okay,
Mm,
in the first one, it grows with the rate of 3 centimeter per day. Then, the value of a car depreciate at a rate of 15% per year after it is purchased. So it is per year, 15% per year. The amount of bacteria in a culture triples every 2 days. Which of the statements describe the situation with an equal difference over an equal interval? What does it mean now? Equal difference over an equal interval, that means which of the situation giving us a linear function? Because this is a characteristic of a linear function that if you take the equal difference, it will give you the equal change in the y values. Okay, so describe a situation equal difference over an equal interval. Is it clear how I got that they are asking about a linear function? Got it? Now, uh,
not
in,
really.
beta, what is the characteristic of a linear function? When we were making the
Hang on.
table, you know, when we were learning through some table function values, at that, for example, um, k, so I'm taking some values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is 1. I think let's take it 3. Let's take it 5. Let's take it 7. These are the x values, these are the y values. Okay? Let's take it 9. Let's take it 11 and 13. So now, what does it mean? With an equal difference over an equal interval. So these are the equal intervals. We are getting 1 1. The interval is 1, right?
Yeah.
And now take their difference. The difference is 2. So equal difference with an equal interval over an equal interval. Clear? So the difference is equal. So this is a characteristic of a linear function. Okay? And the function that I took for this one, it was 2x, 2x or 3. Yeah, 2x plus 3. Okay? So I took that function. Clear? So now come up to this point. The amount of bacteria in a culture triples after every 2 years, after every 2 days. So that means if currently there are one bacteria, after 2 days they will become triples. Okay, so they will become 3. Then they will increased by 3. They will turn into 9. Okay, so they are increasing by 3s. So this is not a linear function.
Yeah.
Now you can see the difference is 2. The right now the difference will become
3.
6. Okay, their difference is not same. And similarly, the depreciation rate of any or the increase in the rate They are also exponential function, exponential growth and exponential decay functions. This is exponential decay function and this is exponential growth function. So option 1 is the only option which is a linear function. Okay, now again we have a problem. Okay, after performing analysis on a set of data, Jackie examined the scattered plot of the residual values. This is not the scattered plot, this is the scattered plot of the residual values for each analysis. Which scatter plot indicates the best line for the data? So we know that the scatter plot with the residual randomly distributed around the zeros. If they are distributed around the zeros, then we will say that that residual data is the from that residual from that best fit line we calculated the residual data, that would be the best fit line. Okay, so if you look at this, it is giving us a u-shaped curve. Okay, it is not randomly distributed around zeros. This is not randomly distributed around, but this is randomly distributed around about zero, very close to zero, right? Very close to zeros. So that, what does that mean? That means the actual value minus the approximated value that we obtained through the best fit line, they are very close to zero. They are approximately getting closer to zero. That is that indicating that the best fit line that we consider, line of best fit or best fit line of line of best fit, it is giving us the more accurate, or it is giving us the more actual value. We are getting the more actual values from that one. Okay, so if the residual data is equally distributed over zero, then that line indicates the best fit line. Okay, so option 3 is the right answer for this one, and that's it. We will try to solve the remaining questions tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow.